August the 30th. Prior to officially starting a meeting, we always invite local clergy to come and lead us in prayer. This morning, Pastor David Tennant is here from Owensville Methodist Church. He is a regular, and we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this.
My pleasure. Thank you. Let's be in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. And I'm reminded, not only as a pastor, but also a person out of Proverbs. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And again, as a pastor, just a person attending funerals. We do not know how many days we have. And I've always been, and maybe all of us have been amazed at people that have passed, and maybe all of them before they seemed ready or we seemed ready for their passing. Even finalizing plans for my own grave and gravestone. What a sobering time. But that's also the reality of how we spend this day, knowing that we're only given so many hours, and so that we will rejoice in that. More than be happy. Happy is kind of superficial, but joy is deep. So that this day and whatever days that God has for us, in our job, in the decisions that are reached this morning in this room, in our jobs and what we will be doing, that we will find joy in this day and in, again, a number of days that you may have for us, knowing that in this life we may also through you find eternal joy. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And now to officially start our meeting, Commissioner Batchelor, would you lead us in the pledge?
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, thanks for being here with us today. We'll start our regular agenda. Meeting's been called to order, and we'll go to letter B, which is approval of regular session minutes of 7/23/2025. Board, you've had these minutes early and had an opportunity to review them. Are there any needed changes in these minutes?
No.
Hearing none, I'd ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I will second.
It's been moved and second. Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes. Letter C is a proclamation for designation of August 2025 as Child Support Awareness Month in Clermont County. And it is Teresa Ellison, right?
Yes, it is.
Hi, thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
nice
for
to
being
see
here
you.
this morning. Absolutely. Proclamation for Child Support Awareness Month, August 2025. Whereas parenting and support go hand in hand, ensuring that children grow up safe and healthy. That is a profound statement, no question. And children and families stay out of poverty. Our children are our most precious resource, and by investing in them, we secure a future of hope and opportunity for all of us. And whereas ensuring that children receive the proper support they deserve involves working partnerships between county, state, and federal agencies, parents, legislators, judges, healthcare professionals, advocacy groups, and many others. And whereas more than 10,000 Clermont County families benefited from more than $30 million in child support monies collected in fiscal year 2024. And whereas the vision of Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services Division of Child Support is that children can count on both parents for the financial, medical, and emotional support that they need to stay healthy, successful. And whereas the purpose and mission of the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services Division of Child Support are to enhance the well-being of children, assuring that assistance in obtaining support, including financial, medical, is available to children by locating parents, establishing paternity, establishing support obligations, monitoring and enforcing those obligations. Whereas during Child Support Awareness Month, we all recognize parents who are deeply committed to their children's success. Our children's lives count enough to make every possible effort to ensure that a solid foundation is established for every child in Clermont County. Now therefore, we, the Board of County Commissioners, do hereby and hereon declare the month of August 2025 as Child Support Awareness Month, and it's signed by all three commissioners, and I just want to present this proclamation to you for
Awesome.
Child Support Awareness Month.
Thank you so much.
Teresa, thanks for everything that you do.
Thank you so much.
And the podium's yours.
Okay, just a few short comments. Thank you so much, Commissioner Painter. I now type everything in large print. So, hello, everyone. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Teresa Ellison. I'm the Deputy Director of the Clermont County Child Support Agency. I want to thank the Commissioners for recognizing August as Child Support Awareness Month in Clermont County. We appreciate this opportunity to let the community know a little bit more about the services we provide free of charge, and some of the things we are doing in August for Child Support Awareness Month, and recognition for some of the awards we've recently received due to my staff's hard work. This is also an opportunity to thank our partners, Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court, Common Pleas Court, the Prosecutor's Office, the Probation Department, and the Sheriff's Office for helping to provide the families in Clermont County with the child support they so richly deserve. Clermont County CSEA is able to provide the following services to county residents. We help parents to establish paternity, which is establishing the legal connection between a father and a biological child, to establish both child support and medical support orders, to modify those orders when appropriate, and to collect and enforce the child support obligations. In federal fiscal year 2023, our CSEA received 2 major awards from the state office for our performance as a large county versus other counties our size in Ohio. We received the award for Best Arrears Performance and for Best Overall Performance, which takes into consideration 4 performance categories: paternity establishment, support establishment, collections on current support, and collections on arrears. I am so proud of our staff and all of the hard work they do during the year. Annually, we collect about $30 million in child support, service approximately 33,000 individuals, including over 13,000 children. This year, to celebrate Child Support Awareness Month, our office plans to hold a a fun luncheon for our staff on August 12th, to share information about child support on our website and the county's social media pages, to pass out sticker calendars, and several more things. We're also wearing green, which I appreciate the green ribbons today, on August 6th in recognition of Child Support Awareness Month, and we're encouraging everyone to do the same. Thank you so much for your time and for the chance to talk about this very worthwhile program that helps so many families and children in our community. Thank you.
And Teresa, before you leave the
Yeah.
podium, would you introduce those who are
Sure,
with you today?
absolutely. I have, well, of course, you guys already know Dorothy Meyer. She is my boss, and a good one she is. Crystal Brown, she is my admin assistant and also a supervisor. She supervises our clerical staff. Rochelle Stroop, she's our lead attorney. And then Shauna Johnson back there, she is one of our supervisors. And Toby Contral, she's also a supervisor. So, and they work really hard. So I really appreciate
Thank you all.
their work, so.
Thanks
Thank
to
you.
you and for all that you do also.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. And for those awards.
Yeah.
You bet.
Very much so.
And would you guys honor us with a picture with the Clermont County Board of Commissioners?
Sure.
I need to start wearing navy. You guys always look so nice in navy.
Oh, come down this way a little bit. There you go. Bonnie, come down this way.
Oh, sorry.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder, shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Get us all in here.
There you go.
There we go. That makes more sense.
I knew you guys did that today. It's like, nope, not doing that color, but the black thing.
Everyone look here. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, and one more. We'll go in 3, 2, 1.
I thought you said one more.
I got you.
He was reviewing it.
Thank you.
I want to make sure everyone's smiling.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Commissioner Cochran. Thank you so much. I appreciate my hands were That's okay. I'm used to it. My mom did the same.
You guys don't have to leave. I mean, it's going to get really interesting and entertaining.
Yeah, money to collect. Money to collect. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, that's great. We're at letter D. We have a presentation from Hannah Louvers. She is Adams Clermont Solid Waste District 2025 Solid Waste Management Plan. So if you didn't know, she is the director of our Adams County and Clermont County Solid Waste District. So Hannah, podium's yours.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. You may be wondering what a solid waste district is, and hopefully I can clear some of that up for you today, those of you that are here to listen. So we're working on our 2025 solid waste plan, and this is a 15-year plan. We have to revise this every 5 years, and part of the plan, we have to address certain goals. Those goals are dictated by the state of Ohio. And some of those goals consist of ensuring that there's waste capacity, so there's enough capacity in the landfill for garbage, obtaining 25% waste reduction and waste diversion, and that can look like recycling, composting, or reusing materials. And then there's several goals that address education and outreach, and you can view the plan at oeq.net/plan. It's 266 pages, I believe, so there's an executive summary in there. Also, if you want to read maybe just some of the appendices, I would recommend Appendix O and Appendix I, and then if you have a little more time, Appendix H. There's the financial summary there, as well as just an outline of the specific programs. There we go. So I mentioned that we are governed by the state of Ohio, so we have to follow their state solid waste plan, and then we also have to follow the format that they develop for our solid waste plan. They revise that format every once in a while. The new plan that we are working on now is following a new solid waste state format, and so there's several goals in there that are new to us. And we address those goals in the plan. We're governed by a board of directors, which consists of the county commissioners for both Clermont County and Adams County. We meet quarterly, and they're responsible for implementing the solid waste plan. And then we also have a district policy committee, which has 15 members, and they're responsible for drafting the plan, so ensuring that the programs that we have and the programs that we include in the plan are going to meet those goals required by the state. Our district policy committee has 15 members. We have various representatives from different agencies, including public health, industry, the public, and a representative to the county commissioners, the trustees. The Clermont County Commissioners' appointed representative is John McManus. So some of the existing programs we have, we are going to continue in our solid waste plan, the 2025 version. We have a recycling drop-off program, and that helps us obtain that 25% waste diversion. In 2024, we had 26 sites drop-off locations in the county, and that diverted 696 tons of recycling. We also have a roadside litter and tire collection program. We partner with municipal court and help fund that program. In 2024, they removed they removed over 46 tons of trash from 774 miles of roadway. And that number does not go down every year. It kind of fluctuates, but it's around the same amount. So just encourage folks to use the trash cans while they're filling up their fuel at the pump and not throw things out the windows. And also even go beyond that, and if you see a piece of trash on the ground, pick it up, throw it away so it doesn't blow around. We have scrap tire management programs. This is another thing. We are required by the state to manage difficult to manage wastes, so we help with tires. We have a program for township service crews if they encounter, and even the county engineers, if they come across dumped tires along the roadway, we have a location for them to take those tires, and then we make sure they're recycled properly. We have an annual scrap tire collection event for residents. This year we're holding that at the Clermont County Fairgrounds on September 12th and 13th. That goes from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and there is a fee for that. That's a requirement of the grant that we have that helps fund the program. It's $1 per tire, most truck tires, and then if you have semi tires or tractor tires, it goes up from there. But it's still a big discount from what you would pay at the tire retailer. We also operate a transfer facility in Adams County. Some other programs that we run, we help organize and run some various river and waterway cleanup events, litter cleanup events. We have a school waste reduction program where we contract with an educator. So there's just 2 staff, but we do have a contract with 2 agencies, one in Clermont, one in Adams County, to go and do outreach programs. And we this year helped Mark Hook Elementary in Goshen receive a grant to reduce their waste. And part of that was to do a lunchroom audit on their waste. And during that audit, we found that only 3% of what they were generating was actually trash. The rest was recyclable, liquid, or food waste. So there was 100 pounds of food waste that was generated during one lunch period. And that was 48% of what was generated in waste. So by looking at this, we can figure out how the school could potentially donate some of that food. Some of it's not usable, but some of it is. You can recover some of it and donate it and potentially reduce their trash bill. We offer support to institutional, commercial, and industry, and that can look like outreach programs. We can do waste audits. We can help them get some recycling containers for inside of their building, and then we can help them develop waste and recycling contracts and hopefully reduce their waste bill and also get more services. We also have our hands in emergency response if there is debris generated from an emergency like a flood or tornado. For example, this April we were down at the Ohio River and assisted with the cleanup of that. There were 7 debris locations that we had, and this was mostly garbage for this event. Some events like a tornado, you get more woody and vegetative debris, but we had over 126 tons of garbage that was mostly material pulled out of residents' homes, and some of that was collected along the waterway as well. So some of the new programs that we're instituting in our plan are requirements of the new goals that Ohio EPA has in their new state plan format. For industry, we're required now to offer 3 programs, and one of those programs we started a few years ago, actually, just in anticipation of this requirement, and we started the pollution prevention internship. So we work with industry. We can fund 75% of an internship, a summer internship, for it's usually a college student or a senior that's graduating, and they'll work on a project. And they've worked with Millicron and Hamilton Safe so far, and that's been pretty successful. We also are required to expand our outreach programs, so not just working in schools, but making sure we're hitting community, institutions, businesses, and residents. And that could look like just simply helping them with signage, giving them some signage to put on materials that they have, but it could also look like audits, waste audits. School waste reduction, we're continuing that program, but we're also now required to follow community-based social marketing practices, and part of that includes picking a specific goal, and so we've chosen to focus on food rescue since schools do generate a lot of food. They're required to offer food to students, and a lot of times it's not eaten, so we can recover that food and send it to pantries and things like that. So we're helping schools maybe get a share fridge or share table, things like that. To help keep that food, that perishable food, good enough to go to donations. And then one of the programs I just wanted to highlight because I think it's really interesting is our end of the year school recycling program. We've had that for a number of years, but it keeps growing. We worked with 12 schools this year, and basically at the end of the year, the teachers have a day maybe to clean out their classrooms, and they throw everything out. And there's a lot of stuff that's in there that's still good and usable. So this year we recovered over a ton of materials. We give the schools containers and they throw it in the containers, and then we have a day where we get a lot of volunteers to help. We go through everything. We test each individual marker and see what works and what doesn't, and whatever's worked is donated to some nonprofits, and the rest is recycled. And those kind of materials like empty glue sticks and markers, they can't be put in your curbside recycling, so we have a specialty recycler that we work with to recycle those materials. And then because food waste and organic material takes up is 14 to 22% of what is landfilled, we are focusing a little bit on expanding organics processing infrastructure, so helping maybe in terms of grants to facilities that are going to have a food waste composting facility or collection system, and we'll start doing that in 2027. We have some funding set aside for that. But the thing I'm most excited to talk about is our new special item recycling center, and I'm really pleased with this program because for so many years when residents have chemicals or old batteries and things like that they want to get rid of, a lot of times if it's chemicals we have to send them to Cincinnati. We would give them a voucher and it would pay for disposal at Environmental Enterprises. That's a long drive, so it's always been a little inconvenient. Well, then they changed their collection hours to Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to or 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that's even more inconvenient for residents. So now we have a location where residents can bring their batteries, their e-waste, fire extinguishers, pesticide, fertilizer, pool chemicals. And the only item that we're charging for is televisions because those are a little more expensive to recycle. We ask that residents do make an appointment. My contact information is at the end of this, and it's on our website as well. And just that there's just 2 of us there, so if we're not in the office, we want to make sure nothing's being left out on the ground because it is chemicals and things like that. So it's been pretty successful so far. We've had 168 residents come through, and they, I think only one has requested that we meet them outside of the regular office hours. So. For funding, the solid waste districts across the state, there's different funding mechanisms. About 85% of our funding comes from a generation fee, and so that's a $4 fee on every ton of garbage that is generated in the district. And the way we institute that is we have a rule requiring designation. And so we have 13 facilities that are designated right now, and we are going to designate 2 more. One of them is already opened, Winding Creek Recycling. It's a transfer facility that's in Batavia. And then there's another facility opening up in Union Township. But we will not be having a fee increase for this plan. So we were able to move things around and work within our budget to add these additional programs without a fee increase. So our timeline, it's due November 9th, and we are in the ratification period. We've already had our public comment period, our public hearing. The ratification period consists of us going to the 46 different political entities and getting approval. We have to have a resolution passed by each set of county commissioners. We have to have an ordinance passed by the largest municipality, so the city of Milford, and then West Union and Adams County. And then we have to have resolutions passed by townships and other political subdivisions that represent 60% of the population. So Union Township, Miami Township are pretty important to get that resolution passed there because they are the larger population townships in the district. And so for the ratification period starts when the entity receives the notification of ratification. And so for the Board of County Commissioners, that they have until September 14th to pass the resolution supporting the plan. So there's my contact information, and would also encourage folks to go to our website, acswd.org. We have a recycling tool where you can look up materials. There's an image of the icon there you would click on, and that would help you determine how to recycle or dispose of items.
Hannah, that's a great presentation. Board, any questions for Hannah?
No, it's just great that we can have a local place that someone can take paint to, because normally that's the phone call. What do I do with this
Yeah, it
paint
is.
that's been sitting in the garage?
So many years I'm like, well, you have to try it out. And now we're actually taking the paint to Matthew 25 Ministries.
Right.
And so that's been really great because they're blending it and sending it out as reusable paint. So
Cool. Very cool.
Hannah, this was a great presentation. You know, one of the questions that it answers is, you know, many times people always ask, what do commissioners do? What are commissioners responsible for? And you do a great job showing, you know, what waste management really looks like, and, you know, the responsibility to the Board of County Commissioners for providing that service and ensuring that's taken care of for Clermont County residents. So, you know, a lot of working things in that wheel, you know, that have to be paid attention to, and you guys and your staff, Clermont County Solid Waste, Adams County, they do a great job ensuring that, you know, you have those kind of services available. So thank you.
thank you.
And it's also nice that it's in Clermont County instead of having to go out and clean up your roadside. They can take it
You
there.
bet. You
Yeah,
bet.
and so getting this facility and, you know, some of the solid waste facilities that are opening up in the county, it really provides a location for folks. They don't have to wonder what they're going to do with their big couch or their old mattress.
Right.
And so
It's also a great go ahead.
No, go ahead.
it's also a great opportunity to volunteer to do cleanup. You have a lot of private organizations out there helping and community groups. And just another one is John Becker, who every Saturday posts everything he collects in Union Township. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you know, there's some spaces that really need it, so I love watching what
Yeah.
he's doing out there.
Yeah.
We try to support him as much as we can, but he's just really
He's on it.
got the initiative, goes out there and gets it done. But he's got the bug because he's figured out, like, once you start doing it and looking for it,
Yeah.
you really can't stop.
He's putting that lightning truck to good use.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. So he's driving an electric vehicle to do it. So that's kind of neat. But Commissioner Batchelor hit on a great point. You know, diversionary program that you have gives people a opportunity to be able to dispose of these waste items, and then they don't show up in other areas like ditches and out back of people's houses and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, like the batteries,
You bet.
if those lithium batteries make it into the recycling, I think Rumpke had like 66 fires
Yes.
last year. You know, their recycling facility burnt down one year, so it's really important that we keep that stuff out of the trash and the recycling, so,
Thank you to
bet.
staff.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Board, before we move on, I've been made aware that we may not be live streaming. Is that correct?
We are not.
We are not.
Some internet issues.
How about a picture with Hannah before we move on?
You bet. We'll do that. We will do that. And then, David, is that
Maybe we
something
can
that
live
can be
stream?
corrected?
I hope so, maybe in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
I have to rely on ISD to.
We're probably going to request a recess until they can reset that real quick. Okay? Come on, man.
What? Go down. He always has to be. Yeah, it is. Always.
Thank you very much.
We've got to do executive session.
Okay.
So, Board, if it's all right with you, instead of going on here with our regular agenda, we need a little time to get this live streaming issue worked out. I would ask that we move to item I. I'm requesting an executive session pursuant to 121.22 G1, G3, and G6 of the Ohio Revised Code to consider the employment, dismissal, or compensation of a public employee or more public employees. Second, to confer with the attorney for the board concerning disputes involving the public body that are subject of pending or imminent court action. And three, to discuss details relative to the security arrangements and emergency response protocols for a public body or public office. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Make the motion?
A second.
It's been moved and second. Roll call.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes, we will move into executive session. We will return and conduct further business. I just wanted to say we're sorry. We have a internet problem that our ISD department believes they can resolve in about 10 minutes. So just hang tight and we will be back to conduct further business. Thank you. We are back from executive session. There were no decisions made and no actions taken. We will move on with our regular agenda. We were at letter E. Letter E is public participation. Is there anyone here that would like to participate from the public? Sir, you are more than welcome to do so. Please approach the podium. During this time, the board does not answer questions nor engage in debate. The commissioners are not expected to comment on matters brought to the board during this time. Each speaker will speak once and be recognized by the board president, which you have been. And in accordance with the board's rules, you'll have 5 minutes to make your comments. Tell us who you are and where you live.
I want to Thank you guys for listening to my concerns. I'm going to read this. I'm not a public speaker by any means. Hello, my name is Dan Day. I've been a resident of Williamsburg for 34 years. I've been a member of the Isaac Walton League of America, which is a national conservation club which spearheaded the Save Our Streams program here in Clermont and Hamilton County. We have also done water quality sampling for over 15 years of the Little Miami River. Part of our pledge as a member is to strive for the purity of water and the wide stewardship of the land. In 1993, I had Steve Rissmiller from Soil and Water, Clermont County, come out to my property to give direction on building a pond in a good location based on an intermediate stream emptying onto my property from the hills. A location was chosen, and I was told since it was an agricultural pond with no dam or permit was not needed. I have since been informed that my location was in the floodplain. I don't know if Mr. Rissmiller or myself gave this any thought at the time. The pond was dug but did not hold water. It sat for over 30 years with sediment slowly filling the hole from my neighbor who had timbered their land in early 2000. In 2023, my wife and I, because of our age, we still wanted a pond. So we cleaned out the hole and installed a liner, which is an extremely expensive way to build a pond, but decided to go ahead. The hole was cleaned out and the liner installed in the fall of 2024. The neighbor's property, which is about 100 acres, 50 in agriculture, 50 in wooded hills, was used to ride ATVs during the summer of 2024 with no erosion problems, even though they were also riding on 3 adjoining properties and 2 of those neighbors telling him to stay off their land. In March of 2025, the neighbor rented a bulldozer and proceeded to cut huge fissures in the hillside, not trails as we know what a trail is. These cuts into the hills are as long as 200 feet and as deep as 8 feet. This is a degradation of the land with no regard to surrounding property owners because no permit was secured, which would have not allowed him to push tons of dirt into the streams and would have had guidance on how to follow best management practice. 2 of these cuts were made without my 2 neighbors knowing it was on their land. Without the required permit, my neighbor intentionally shoved huge amounts of dirt into the streams, rode the bulldozer up and down the stream beds, knowing full well that the dirt only had one place to go. That is onto my property and the East Fork River. Myself and my 2 neighbors filed complaints with the building department. The Soil and Water Department came out and put a note on the bulldozer to stop work. The neighbor said, "Yeah, I saw that, and I finished cutting into the hills anyway." Soil and Water came out to the property a total of 5 times. 3 of those times, the neighbor was given a violation letters that he was violating the WMSC as stated in their own letters. The 5th time Soil and Water came out, the director of Soil and Water, John McManus, wrote in his email to the building department that erosion was still ongoing. At this time, I'm asking the county commissioner's office to investigate as to the reason the building department found the property was in violation of WMSC for 3 months. A permit was applied for but was denied. The head director of Soil and Water stated that erosion was still occurring and there has not been a plan of enforcement to stop the ongoing erosion and sediment entering my property with every heavy rain, or the 40 to 60 tons, not pounds, tons of sediment still on my property. I was told several times in person and in writing that the violation had a timeline before being turned over to the prosecutor's office. That all went away when an employee of Soil and Water gave an opinion to the building department in contrast with his supervisor's assessment that the erosion was still ongoing, and the building department closed the case file. I am presently, per advice from this office, Commissioner Painter, trying to set up a meeting with the district attorney. I have a hard time with his name. Tukalvi.
Prosecutor's office.
Thanks for listening, and any help would be appreciated. And she had some pictures to.
I just passed them down.
We've all
Okay.
looked at 'em.
We've all looked at them. You want those pictures back, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're on the phone, but if you want to keep them, you can keep those.
Have you
I can get them back at a later date.
Have you contacted Mr. DeCalby from the prosecutor's office?
I dropped a packet off yesterday.
Okay.
And wrote him a letter asking him if he could set a meeting up because Chris McClintock said he would set in also on a meeting with him.
You bet.
Ralph, will you make sure, can you follow through and make sure that DeCalby is aware of this, and Mr. DeCalby and that Chris and everybody, so he can get a meeting together? Thank you. We'll get it together for you, sir.
Thank you so much.
We thank you
You're
for
welcome.
coming. Sorry for everything.
Thanks, Mr. Day. Thanks for being here. Anyone else like to participate during public participation? Seeing no one, I'll close public participation. We will move to letter F. Letter F is consent agenda. Board, I know you've had the consent agenda early, had an opportunity to review it. Are there any items that need to be removed for further discussion? Hearing none, I will ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make the motion.
I have a second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes, that moves us to letter G. Letter G is the non-consent agenda. Non-consent agenda starts on page 5 at item 14. Item 14 is a recommendation that the Board of County Commissioners adopt resolution number 114-25 to approve payment to vendors in the amount of $3,772,086.22. As outlined in the BCC approval invoice reports, were checked to date of July 30th, 2025. BCC directed prepaid invoices reports, and the procurement card transaction report is presented by the county auditor on 7/28/2025. And further, authorizing the county auditor to issue warrants pursuant and in compliance with section 319.16 of the Ohio Revised Code. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes, we will move on to item number 15. Item 15 is Heath Wilson. Heath, glad you're here.
Morning.
Item 15 is a recommendation to authorize Thomas Eigel, the county administrator, to execute the agreement for professional services between the Board of County Commissioners and XPEX LLC for the provision of construction plans examination services as required by the Ohio Board of Building Standards pursuant to the terms and conditions of the agreement and contingent upon the release of the required purchase order. This is a very much needed contract for the building department to help with our both residential and commercial plan review, to help relieve our current plans examiner, and then to fill my duty as the master plans examiner so I can work on being the building official. This is an hourly contract. It will allow us to greatly improve our plan turnaround times and focus on hiring another residential plans examiner and hire a commercial plans examiner to take my old position.
Okay. Board, you've heard the reading of item number 15. Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Been moved and second. Any further conversation or agreement? Okay. Roll call?
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes. And Mr. Heath, just before you leave from here, obviously you've heard Mr. Day's complaint here, why he was here. I know that falls, there is portion of that falls to permit central, especially the part about erosion and disrupting more than a certain area of ground and having silt fences and all those kinds of things. So I would just ask that you take a look at that.
I will. Yeah, we've had many discussions with Mr. Day.
Good.
Okay.
Have you seen the pictures, Heath?
I've seen pictures. I don't know if it's
If you want to look at those.
Sure, I'll look at them.
Oh, sorry.
I can tell you one of the things is the turbidity is
These are
just,
March
it's
16.
off the hook.
That one was in the top.
Okay.
Commissioner Painter?
Thank you. Yes.
I have two personnel items I would like to bring
All right.
the board to consider.
Okay.
Can we add these to the agenda?
We can. Board, I would ask that we disrupt our current agenda, and we will go to additions to the agenda. There's two additions to the agenda that they need us to handle right now. One is in the Water Resources Department, a personnel item, and one is for the Board of Commissioners. Do I have a motion to add these two items to the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Roll call.
Commissioner Corcoran.
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor.
Yes.
Commissioner Painter.
Yes. So we would like to take the Water Resources Department first.
Yes, this is termination on our probation for Mr. Christopher Hill, a water operator, number 1 in the Water Resources Department.
And this is the termination of his probationary removal, his probationary period, and then removal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Board, you've heard the need for this particular Water Resources Department termination. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I will second.
Been moved and second. Any further conversation? Roll call.
Commissioner Batchelor.
Yes.
Commissioner Corcoran.
Yes.
Commissioner Painter.
Yes. And then we have another one.
Yeah, the next one is from County Administration, Board of County Commissioners, is for Kelly Magar. She's the administrative assistant. This is to end her appointment as in that position.
And that that employment termination is for today?
Yes, both of them are for today.
Board, you've heard the need for this termination resolution. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Any further conversation or discussion?
None.
Roll call.
Commissioner Corcoran.
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor.
Yes.
Commissioner Painter.
Yes. Thank you. Item number 16. Jessica, good morning.
Powell, Assistant County Administrator. This is a recommendation to award the bid for the animal shelter outdoor kennel expansion. It's pursuant to the plans and specifications to Civil Solutions Associates Incorporated in Cincinnati, Ohio, for the lowest and best bid received on June 26, 2025. At the item prices are outlined in their bid with a total amount of $141,000, and to execute the contract with said services to commence upon issuance of the written notice to proceed from the Clermont County Facilities Management Department, with completion to be within 180 days after the receipt of the notice to proceed, in compliance with the terms and conditions and the award of bid, and contingent upon the release of the required purchase order.
Board, you've heard the reading of item number 16. Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Been moved and second. Further conversation? Jessica, give us just a brief
Yeah.
scope.
Okay, so this is the kennel expansion. We originally went out to bid. We had a couple of issues trying to expand it. It went over the budget by quite a bit. So what we've done is we've cut it back to what the exact needs are of the kennel. The exact needs are we needed to basically double in size. So we're adding the kennels within the existing kennel expansion, or within the existing kennel area. We can actually put enough kennels within, there's an outdoor kennel over on this side and then on this side, and there's a huge walkway with gravel. So what we're actually going to do is do the expansion right there in between. We have enough room to do all the kennels, get everything to where we can get all the dogs outside so they can do all the cleaning inside, and then move them all back in. So it'll be really good. It doesn't necessarily expand it out like we were originally anticipating to do, but it's within budget and it'll get done sooner rather than later. So
You bet. And this gives the folks that work at the kennel the opportunity to be able to get on a good day. They can get all of our canine guests out of the indoor facilities so they can go in and give it a complete cleaning.
yeah,
Instead of before, what we were doing was we were only able to get so many dogs out into the outdoor kennels, and then we went in and cleaned their space, and then we had to put them back in there to clean the other space. So we were kind of doing it back and forth. Yeah,
a lot of logistics on that one.
you bet.
We're
You
trying to
bet.
help them out, make sure that it goes smooth and makes it as easy on them as possible, and we can get things done in a timely manner.
So we'll talk about some funding mechanisms there before you leave. One of the things is that we received a generous donation from Nestle Purina. And that generous donation was actually for expanding the play area out back of our kennels. But before the time that we could actually get to that, some volunteers took care of that and put some outdoor features in and some covering there. So this is our redirection of those funds to be used at the kennel for this particular expansion. So this will include, if I remember right, $20,000 that was received from Nestle Purina for the purpose of the kennels, outdoor play space, and this is just being redirected. We redirected that with a letter directly to them, and so this will be used for the expansion of the kennels.
And we will use up, between the two projects that we have going on right now, we'll use up all of the donations and then some capital money, but it's what the dogs need, so that's what we're doing.
Well, and I think that's one of the things is that, there was $20,000 given for this purpose, but this project is $141,000. In addition to the next project coming up is actually the dishwasher, washer, and dryer that's going to go on the inside of the facility. And there was $60,000 provided for that, and it will be used for that. But that project has a much bigger magnitude than $60,000 also. So just to make sure everyone understands that. Anything else? Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes. Thank you. Item number 17. Water Resources, Chris Rowland. Chris, glad you're here.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Chris Rowland, Water Resources. Item 17 is a recommendation to adopt resolution number 115-25 determining to make improvements to further construction, operation, and maintenance of the old State Route 32 water main replacement project located in Batavia and Williamsburg Townships as outlined in Exhibit A and designated as a project number 6401-60241 and to approve other requests that advertise for bid for the project pursuant to the plans and specifications and authorize the clerk of the board to place a legal notice in the newspaper general circulation on Thursday, 8/7/25, scheduling a non-pre-bid meeting on Tuesday, 8/28/25 at 10 a.m. with the bids to be received until 2 p.m. local time on Thursday, 9/11/25 in the office of the Board of County Commissioners, 101 East Main Street, where they will be publicly open and read out loud. The notice will also be posted on the Clermont County homepage under legal notices at the link www.clermontcountyohio.gov. This is a replacement water main to help move water from our BMW plant east towards the Afton and Williamsburg area and support that area development.
Thanks, Chris. Board, you've heard the reading of item number 17. Do I have a motion for approval?
I'll make the motion.
I will second.
It's been moved and second. Any further conversation? Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes. Thanks, Chris. Item number 18. Emily Akers. Emily, I'm glad you're here this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Board. Emily, Office Management and Budget. I have a recommendation to resolve to approve and authorize changes in the annual appropriation resolution number 151-24 for calendar year 2025. These are two supplemental appropriations. The first one is for public assistance, Job and Family Services Administration, other expenses for $850,000, and child support enforcement, other expenses for $450,000.
Board, you've heard the reading of item number 18. Do I have a motion for approval?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. Any further conversation? Roll call.
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Yes. Thanks, Emily. That concludes our non-consent agenda. Ralph, any other additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
Then we'll move to letter J. Letter J is county staff and elected official discussions. Any county staff or elected official discussions?
I have one item.
Sure.
Commissioners, I would like to proceed with an update to the 2025 master plan, which will include the relocation of the offices in the county administration building to the broader campus, along with the relocation of common pleas courts to the Philliger campus. What is the desire of the board?
You're just looking for comments from the board to
Yes.
say, is that something that would be desirous?
Yes, sir.
I, for one, would like to see that in the plan. Obviously, that's for future growth, but it would be great to have it covered. That's my opinion.
And I've talked with Ralph. He knows my opinion. I think it would be interesting to see what you could come up with. I think we kind of outgrown this area myself.
Great, move forward.
I will contact our consultant and have them provide, based on the terms of our agreement, what the cost would be.
Okay.
Good.
And we continue to keep all the other departments and courts involved, so everybody has an opinion when we get to the final end of,
Yes.
and not to the end, but as we're moving through it.
Yes.
Thank
Yep.
you, thank you.
Thanks, Ralph.
Anything else, Ralph? Any other county staff elected official?
I have nothing else.
Hearing none, I would move to letter K. Letter K is member comments. Any member comments? I'm glad to see that we're expanding those kennels and we're putting Nestle Purina's money to good use. You know, it's well deserved. And all the other many things that are going on here around the county, that's all good work. Whether that is, looking at water treatment or, other projects that we have facing us. So, those have all been planned and been sufficiently included where they need to be. So, excellent. Hearing no other member comments, I would ask for a motion to adjourn our meeting today.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I was second.
It's been moved and second. Roll call, Gail.
Commissioner Batchelor?
Yes?
Commissioner Corcoran?
Yes.
Commissioner Painter?
Thank you. Thank you for being with
You
us
gotta say
today.
yes.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for being here with us today, and we
thought he
just want
wanted
to
to
say
stay for 2
sorry.
hours.
Sorry for the pause that we had there in live streaming the meetings, but I think everybody that would actually have been out there on the internet understands that sometimes you have technical difficulties that your ISD department has to help you with. So thank them for getting us back online and being able to finish this meeting. We will see you next week. Thank you.